Black cat and golden retriever theory in relationships. If you don't know, the golden retriever is the person that is doing the chasing in the relationship, and the black cat is the one getting chased. A lot of the times in healthy, successful relationships, the guy is the golden retriever chasing the black cat. The women that are the black cats in relationships, that are the ones getting chased, tend to have more successful and happier relationships when the guy is the golden retriever. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, when I've been the golden retriever, it doesn't work out. You just don't want to be a golden retriever girlfriend. I can promise you.
Greetings and salutations, my brothers. Welcome to the ministry. On today's episode, we are taking a look at the completely bonkers world of feminine dating advice. For centuries, human pair bonding was never complicated. Difficult for some, possibly, but not complicated. And it worked out for society for a long time. Women and men got together within their league, started families, and the cycle repeated itself for generations. But now, with the advent of social media, dating apps, and the hive-minded cult known as feminism, within a span of about 20 years, men and women are not getting together anymore. And in a desperate attempt to find a man, these glitched-out lunatics come up with some of the most insane and completely useless advice that does nothing but guarantee to keep each other single. But before we begin, if you haven't already, we kindly invite you to subscribe to the Ministry of Masculinity. We're facing a massive problem, my brothers. A problem that can only be described as societal Armageddon. We are witnessing the complete collapse of humanity in real time. Masculinity is toxic, femininity is empowering, and everything that was once considered bigoted and hateful is now considered tolerant and loving. And the only way we have a chance in keeping our views of this world from going completely backwards is to embrace our masculinity and to help build each other up for the troubling times we are being forced to face. So, let's build this space and each other up, my brothers. We have people depending on us. And now, on to today's video.
Women who attract a long-term committed relationship do one thing different than women who attract men who will never commit. This is controversial, but it's true. My name is Valerie Adams. I'm a dating coach, here to teach you the secrets to attracting your soulmate. If you're into that, give me a follow. The big mistake women make who attract men who just want to hook up and waste their time is that they entertain any scrap of attention he gives her. They set the bar so low, accepting last-minute dates, giving in to hooking up early on, thinking it will make him like her, but it backfires and he ends up fading away or ghosting her. This is the mindset of the woman who wants to be chosen, who constantly finds herself in the never-ending cycle of attracting guys she's excited about on the surface, only to end up getting disappointed. The woman who ends up attracting a man who commits to her is a chooser. This woman is a queen. She's not putting all her eggs in one basket. She's calling in her soulmate, and she's not willing to take herself off the market for a question mark. She's open to having multiple men pursue her, and she chooses the man who comes out on top. She isn't willing to settle for anything less than a life partner who can navigate life's biggest challenges with her. She has a full life. She views herself as whole. She's not dating to have a man complete her. She's dating to have a man add on to her already full life. And the biggest thing of all, she's not trying to move things forward or make it happen. She's completely detached in her feminine, and she trusts that if this is the man for her, he'll move things forward. This is the mindset of a chooser.
If there's one thing that's rather funny when it comes to these so-called dating experts, is how many of them you see without a wedding ring. They never talk about how their strategies worked or how happily married they are. But that's because their lives are much like their advice, meaningless and empty. These are single women who are hell-bent on keeping other women single, if for any other reason than misery loves company. And if there's one thing we know about the modern woman, she is the most miserable specimen on the planet. She's lonely, incapable of empathy, and medicated to a dangerous degree. And yet, they still think this advice will be effective to the point where fellow single women would be willing to pay for it. And the sad part is, many of them do, and it works for almost nobody.
Men fall in love through absence. Women fall in love through reassurance. So you being the good girl, always reassuring him, always making him feel comfortable, being convenient, jumping when he says jump. You are nice, you are easy, you are boring. Ladies, be smart, play dumb, and actually give him the space to come your way, chase you, and pursue you. Which I know some of you are craving for your man to chase you, but he can't even do so because you're constantly waiting on the sideline for him, reassuring him. The more you chase him, the less he's gonna chase you. Because you being nice and reassuring is not what a man needs. It's what you need because you're a woman. You want the safety. You want the reassurance. You want his loyalty. You want his commitment. You want the constant phone calls, text messages, compliments, reassurance. I love you. You look so beautiful. All the compliments in the world. But your man needs the opposite. Men love the confusion. They're scared of commitment. They're scared of safety. They love the unpredictable. They love the mystery. They love the confusion and the chaos that a woman presents. When you're so needy and desperate and kind and loyal and reassuring, you're not actually giving him the psychological space to crave you, to miss you, and for him to actually think about you and come chase you. He needs space and absence to actually fall in love with you, to crave you. Don't always answer the phone. Don't always reply back instantly. Don't always giggle about his not so funny jokes. Do not always be available. Only have certain days or hours during the week where you're able to see him or go on date nights with him. And please don't always reaffirm to him how amazing he is, how handsome he is, how amazing he looks, how amazing he smells, how much you love him. Leave him scratching his head as to where he stands with you. And trust me, that man is gonna chase you.
Modern dating experts love to give out advice that justifies their disrespectful and abhorrent behavior. Everything revolves around treating a man like dirt, ignoring him, making his life chaotic. And at no point does she even stop to think about what the man actually wants. Men have been screaming it for centuries. Men want a break from the chaos of life. They want peace, kindness, and someone who will add value onto their lives. But modern women are incapable of doing that. They're too focused on their own selfish desires and justifications for remaining awful to men who have done them no wrong. Even though men everywhere will tell these women that their strategies won't work, these women simply won't listen. But that's because a modern single woman would rather be ignorant than be proven wrong.
In order to keep a man interested and to keep him coming back for more, you're going to want to do this one thing. Now, we all know that men are hunters. They love to chase what they can't have. They love to go after what they can't get. Because this is an innate quality, an innate characteristic, we as women get to play with it in our advantage. So because men are hunters, they want what they can't have, the one thing you're going to want to do is allow the man to get uncomfortable. Allow him to get to a space where he gets to question what he means to you. What do I mean to her? What is this? Typically as women, we're always the one questioning, what is this? When's the commitment going to come? We start to get wobbly in our confidence and we start to want more from the man. While that's natural, it's beautiful to want more. Women want love, men want freedom. You get to play with the freedom that the man wants. Because you're not always available, because you're pouring into yourself, because you're not going to drop everything just to go hang out with him, and that mystery alone will put him into his hunting role, where he gets to go hunt and chase you as you just frolic as the queen you are.
So, what's the solution? At this point, it's difficult to say. The good women who know how to treat a man respectfully aren't on the market, thus leaving the dregs for the rest of society. Even if modern single women were to take the advice of men and successfully married women, they may be able to find a man, but it will be impossible to keep him. She is so full of her own ego that she will be incapable of nothing but resentment towards a man, as she thinks she is always going to be entitled to someone better looking, wealthier, or better in bed. And men are making their decisions. It is better to be alone than to have to deal with a modern woman's entitlement and disrespect. And modern women can't understand why. They've made every wrong decision in the book, played the game poorly, and are shocked that they came out undesirable in every capacity. They cannot understand that men are choosing peace and solitude over chaos and disrespect. And that's going to do it for today's video, my brothers. If you found yourself enjoying this content, then we hope we have earned your subscription to the Ministry of Masculinity. Be sure to like this video and share with as many of our fellow brothers as you can as well. Thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next episode of the Ministry of Masculinity.